Welcome to the Mother City. I've been asked to talk a little bit about the political elections coming up soon and how Christians should be involved in them. As an apostle, it's always good for us to realize that there were characters in the Bible that advised politicians. We think of Joseph, who was a father to Pharaoh. We think of Daniel, who succeeded different regimes. So what do we do as Christians? And I think Dr. Gray's words from his Romans study in Romans chapter 13 helped us the most here. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God. And the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists authority resists the ordinance of God, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. It also says, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. It says there, do you want to be unafraid of authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. For he is God's minister to you for good, but if you do evil, be afraid. For he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is God's minister to it, and is an avenger to execute wrath on him who practices evil. Therefore, you must be subject, not only because of wrath, but also for conscience sake, and because this you also pay taxes. For they are God's ministers, attending continually to this very thing. Render therefore to all their due, taxes to whom taxes are due, customs to whom customs, fear to whom fear, and honor to whom honor. Now, how does it speak to us today in this current situation in our government? The wonderful revelation that Dr. Gray had regarding authority and those in authority is that he looked up the word exousia. Exousia is a word that speaks about jurisdiction and power. And that power has been placed there by God to govern and to serve the people. So where people have been appointed, it's not the appointed official that is ordained by God, it is that office that has been ordained by God to serve the people. So where people fulfill that office, where there's service delivery, Jesus also said you'll know them by their fruit. So check their fruit, look at what they've done, and then pray about your voting process. We believe that in South Africa, people have paid a tremendous price to be involved in a democratic process. And for many years, under the apartheid regime, people weren't allowed to vote. I remember in 1994 when Archbishop Desmond Tutu preached in my Anglican chapel where we were at school, and he thanked the Lord for freedom. And you know, that freedom has been bought with a price. So it's not for Christians to become complacent. And if we are a Christian country, do your share, pray about your elected official in your ward, pray about the service delivery, go and check it out, look at their fruit, see if they're fulfilling their promises, and be involved in the process. If you're complaining about things but you're not involved in the process, you have no right to complain. But when we are standing up for what is right, when we are holding people accountable for their elected office and their service delivery, then this is an office that has been created by God for the people, for the peace of our country. So let's pray for those in authority. Let's be subject to those in authority as far as possible, as long as they adhere to their jurisdiction and fulfill their responsibilities with integrity. I'm Apostle Pelser from Harvester Reformational Church. This is my message to you during these elections. Grace and peace to you.